From the Sports Station, here's News Channel 2 Sports Director Spencer Davidson.
Good evening. A few more tickets were punched to the section finals at the Carrier Dome today, with the football semifinals being played this afternoon. We'll begin in Class AA. To VVS High School we go. The Proctor Raiders, undefeated at 8-0, come in looking for their first ever trip to the Carrier Dome. They took on Baldwinsville. Final minute of the second quarter, Proctor up 21-7. Tayshawn Cooper with one of his 3 touchdowns on the day. This a run up the middle for 25 yards. Kick good, 29-7. Raiders lead at the break. They start out with some good defense to set the tone for the third. With Beeville driving, Proctor says enough of that. Michael Reale with the interception brings it back a long way to about midfield. That sets up this ridiculous run by Zanai James. The spin somehow stays on his feet after it looks like the play was over, shrugs another defender and carries it all the way home. Top 6 alert. Wow, 35-7 Raiders. They still weren't done. Less than 2 minutes to go in the third. Brandon Peterson with a bomb up the middle, right in stride to Salah El-Tayeb, who hauls it in. 75-yard touchdown pass. Their offense is ruthless. History for Proctor, who books its first trip to the Dome to play for a section title with a dominant 55-14 win. The Raiders will take on Cicero North Syracuse next week. Over at Central Valley Academy earlier on, Frankfort-Schuyler going against Dodgeville in a local matchup in Class D. These teams both tied with 5-2 conference records this year, so seeding not necessarily telling. First quarter, Blue Devils strike first. Kyle Getman with a huge drive. 9 straight handoffs, and he caps it off with a 14-yard run for 6. PAT no good, 6-zip Dodgeville. Before the end of the frame, the Knights get it back and more. Jeff Cicero into the end zone, caught by Michael DeRollo over his defender. 14-yard hookup, they do get the kick and lead 7-6. In the second, Cicero finds his man again. This time, it's Tyler Rosati alone up the middle, waltzes in. 24-yard TD, 14-6 Frankfort. Final minute of the half, Cicero continues showing off the arm. Hits Rosati again, this time it's for 37 yards. 5 TD passes for Cicero, 3 catches for Rosati. The Maroon Knights putting up big numbers. They win 45-20 and are headed to the final next week. Louisville taking on Canastota at Cicero North Syracuse in the Section 3 Class C semifinals in a battle of Red Raiders. On Louisville's first drive of the game, Chad Bach takes it in from 13 yards out, then adds the 2 points, 8-0 right away. Louisville's next score is set up courtesy of this Bach pass to Gavin McCauley right on target. The two then connect again for a 9-yard strike, this one resulting in a touchdown. Louisville on top, 15-0. Bach then connects with Aiden McCauley on a 49-yard touchdown pass. Now 22-0, Louisville on top and rolling. Bach adds another 29-0 Louisville. They go on to steamroll Canastota 49-15 to advance to the Class C final next week. And the Raiders will be taking on Cato Meridian at the Dome next week. The top seed Blue Devils topped Herkimer 16-0 earlier today at Cicero North Syracuse High School. The Magicians end their season at 5-4 overall. The 8-man semifinals between West Canada Valley and South Louis that was postponed last night wasn't able to be played this afternoon either. That game now Monday at 6 p.m. in Louville. Pioneers hockey is back. Utica College returned to the Adirondack Bank Center to kick off the 2019-2020 regular season with an afternoon matinee against SUNY Canton. Home sweet home. The Pioneers were 13-3-1 at the Odd last year, looking to start the season with some of that home success. First period, Kangaroos working it around on the power play. Gianluca Baguetta stops the first shot, but the puck squirts over to Tyson Bruce for the rebound tap-in. Canton jumps out to the lead. UC pays them back later in the period. They're on the man advantage. Daniel Fritz from the point. Top shelf snipe. There's your first Pioneers goal of the year. Tie game. In the second, turnover on the breakout. Roos keep it in. Sean David all alone in front with the one-timer. Baguetta comes up big, steers that aside. With 3.5 minutes to play, another PP for UC. Brandon Osmondson, the slick backhand saucer to Tyler Petrowski, who roofs it. Pioneers up 2-1. In the third, Canton actually took the lead before UC tied it back up. These teams couldn't solve the deadlock through overtime, so this one ends a 3-3 tie.